SABC management and staff, fellow South Africans, the first democratically elected President of the Republic of South Africa, His Excellency President Nelson Mandela, signed the Constitution of the Republic into law on the 10th December 1996 in Sharpeville. At that historic signing ceremony, he urged all South Africans to work together in building a united, democratic, non-racial, and non-sexist South Africa. He also directed us to work for social justice and equality. In his wisdom, Madiba reminded us to promote national unity by recognizing with respect and joy the languages, cultures, and religions of South Africa in all their diversity. He pointed out, and I quote, "Let tolerance for one another's views create the peaceful conditions which give space for the best in all of us to find expression and to flourish. Above all, let us work together in striving to banish homelessness, illiteracy, hunger, and disease," unquote. These words come to mind today at this significant occasion as we launch the SABC's 24-hour news channel. The media is an important instrument to help the nation achieve these objectives that were set out by Madiba to promote national unity and cohesion, understanding of one another, tolerance, and prosperity. Indeed, our country has come a long way since that first television broadcast in 1975, in which the black majority was excluded. The majority was spoken about mostly as a potential threat that must be contained, and their leaders were referred to as terrorists who posed a threat to national security in the media. We have also come a long way since then. It is remarkable that the broadcasting sector has been able to shed that negative past and to move faster in terms of transformation and opening up of the waves, the airwaves. The growth of the broadcasting sector and the mushrooming of a diversity of voices on radio and television in many languages is remarkable. Particularly to us who are older, who listen to the Zulu broadcast Kamasinga for 30 minutes only, from 9:30 to 10. And he said everything. It is a happy occasion, therefore, to be able to celebrate an important development in the growth of broadcasting, especially television, in the form of this SABC 24-hour new channel. We know the power of the broadcasting. On 27th April 1994, we saw the dawn of democracy in our country unfolding right before our eyes on our television screens as we watched queues of our people casting their votes for the first time. We have seen many other developments unfold on our television screens in recent years. We saw the release of Madiba and other leaders of our people. We saw the dramatic events in Eastern Europe in the 1980s, and most recently, we witnessed developments and changes of government in North Africa happening live on television. They called them this Arab Springs, and I think it was a mixture. It was more autumn than springs. In other countries, it's winter already. We have also seen the dramatic influence of citizen journalism, which has been given a voice by the broadcast media. People have used their cellular phones to film footage that exposes serious violations of human rights, which helps in promoting a just society free of crime and abuse. Fortunately, our progressive constitution enshrines freedom of expression, which creates the correct environment for a flourishing media and communications sector. Clause 16 states that everyone has the right to freedom of expression, which includes A, freedom of the press and other media, B, freedom to receive or impart information or ideas, C, freedom of artistic creativity, and D, academic freedom and freedom of scientific research. The launch of this channel should take forward our enjoyment of this hard-won constitutional right by diversifying the news currently on offer and provide an indigenous perspective. The channel is being established at the right time as we move towards 20 years of freedom. We trust that this channel will seize the opportunity to cover South Africa beyond stories of crime and corruption and open another window to this beautiful country that has achieved a lot in a short space of time. We don't often hear that, which is a reality, which is the truth, that we have changed South Africa. Media generally shies away from that and look at what would be perceived as more negative. And I hope this channel will change the attitude and make South Africans feel proud that they have done something on their own. Journalists will be able to share with South Africans the successes of their country in the past 20 years, as well as the work that must still be done further in building a prosperous South Africa and a better Africa. We would like to be introduced to ordinary South Africans, their experiences, and what they do on a day-to-day basis to make this country succeed in all corners of our land. In short, the true and full South African story is waiting to be told. A public broadcaster should be different from others. It is a public broadcaster. And I was happy to hear SABC people saying, we are a public broadcaster. We are the only one. So it's not a question of chasing profits. It's a question of presenting South Africa as it is. A new channel also provides an opportunity to tell the story of African progress. We are fortunate to be living through a period of Afro-optimism. All Africans, from Cape to Cairo, from Madagascar to Morocco, are very optimistic about Africa. That story must be told. It's a wonderful story. Over the last decade, 6 of the world's 10 fastest growing economies were in Africa. It is expected that 7 of the fastest growing economies in the world over the next few years will be in the sub-Saharan Africa. These include Ethiopia, Mozambique, Tanzania, Congo, Zambia, Nigeria, and Ghana. Thus, with an expected annual growth of 5%, sub-Saharan Africa is projected to continue its move from a developing region to a hub of global growth. It is important to note as well the World Bank statement that almost half of the countries of the African continent have attained middle income status. However, it must be borne in mind that despite this achievement, there is still severe poverty and inequality in many parts of the continent. Prospects continue to look so good for the continent, dispelling the colonial myth of a dark continent. This era of progress, hope, and opportunity provides lots of material for a new channel, which will also point out areas where Africa still needs to improve. Of course, I'm aware that this channel will only be available on the DSTV platform initially. This will ensure a test phase that will prepare the SABC for its rollout nationally with the launch of digital television. It is important that this 24-hour, 7 days a week channel provides success to news and information that is within easy reach of more citizens. And I hope it will indeed be news, real news and educational materials, and proper entertainment. You know what I mean. And I'm not going to say anything, lest I make my friends here have very good headlines tomorrow. Fellow South Africans, as our beloved founding President Madiba continues to receive treatment in hospital in Pretoria, we cherish his instruction to us to be tolerant to one another's views and to work together to banish homelessness, illiteracy, hunger, and disease. And I'm hoping this new channel will help us to talk, to have a conversation as South Africans about these matters. How could we achieve these so that it is constructive, it is part of the nation building? We see a pivotal role for the new media in general and this new channel in particular in this mission. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and pleasure to declare the SABC 24-hour new channel officially opened. And I thank you.